My life is ready. So, Ben saw Avengers Endgame. So, guys, we're talking about Avengers Endgame. Now we're going right into it. Avengers Endgame. Spoilers. Super spoilers. Like, if you didn't see the movie, pause it right now. Go watch the movie. Come back and watch this.
Hot. Fresh off the stove.
Oh, my God. It was so... All right, so...
First, let's get into dollars.
How much money?
This movie made so much money.
So much money.
It destroys all kinds of records. There was a headline on Box Office Mojo: was Avengers Endgame decimates record books.
Oh my God!
With $1.2 billion.
Jesus Christ!
And the official number higher than they estimated. They estimated at 350.
Yeah.
357 million.
Jesus. And that's just U.S.
$7 domestic.
Jesus.
Let's see. I want to see what weekend actuals.
90 million on Sunday.
Yo, it was I think they broke every first weekend day. I think they broke every one.
It's worth it, man.
What is the domestic? The worldwide is $1.223 billion. Stupid money. It broke all kinds of records.
So much money.
It broke Thursday money. It broke Friday money. I had to have broken Saturday.
I mean, you got to pay all these actors.
They're getting
producers.
If anybody got that percentage,
whoever bought stock in Avengers back in the day,
Disney Marvel
stock, when it was really nothing.
Man, they are crushing it right now.
Yep. I wonder how much it is to buy into stock for them now, Disney. It's probably crazy, right?
They've been at all time. I think the last 3 weeks they've been at all time high every week.
Stocks?
Yeah. Opening weekend is number one. Open in 4,600 theaters.
Jesus. Oh, tell them about your little thing. You found out that AMC is what? You said that. The number means
the number after the name of each AMC theater is how many screens there are in that theater.
Isn't that crazy? Like we were just standing there. He was like, "Hey, you know what? AMC." I was looking it up.
I blew my mind yesterday.
I blew my mind.
Hand this out. I would like to look up what all the records that I broke, but we gotta get into this.
Yeah, let's get into this real quick. So, Ben saw the movie
Thursday.
Twice. But since I'm the Marvel guy and I love comic books, I'm going to be talking about this. Finally get a win in today. I'm kidding. Anyway, so we open up this movie, this great movie, with the scene of we have Tony Stark. No, actually, sorry. Before that, so before we even get into the movie, we have the saddest freaking moment in movie history. You see Hawkeye training his daughter. I'm hoping it's Kate Bishop. It would have been
sadder if they didn't show it in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think we all still would have figured out, but it would have been more of a shock because we didn't know.
No, what was starting the movie off. So, you see him trading. I think her name is it Kate? Anyway,
isn't it Violet?
Maybe it's Violet. Okay, so it's not Kate Bishop. Anyway, so she makes the shot right in the middle. He's like, "Good job, Hawkeye." And he went to go grab the arrow, and as soon as he turns around, his daughter's gone.
She gone.
Baby, where are you? Where'd you go? And he turns around, his whole family's gone. Dustin, you see the dust just falling down. And he's just running around, and he doesn't know where to do it himself. Because the sad part is, the way they shot this, see, people that look at this, they shot it in a big open area. So there's no possible he can't miss where they went. No. So it's like,
What's crazy is you turn around when they look at her, you just see the dust. Everybody in the theater knows what that means, and he's probably just like, what the fuck? And all you see is the dust, just like.
Oh no! And then Marvel, like Marvel always does, drops the Marvel intro, right? And we open up with Tony Stark and what's her name? No.
Oh, his daughter.
No, we open up with Tony Stark and
Nebula.
Nebula playing freaking finger football.
Yes.
So awesome. He's like, okay, you gotta get it. Okay.
Trying to teach her.
Yeah. Gotta kick it through this way. She's getting frustrated. He's like, no, you just gotta calm down, relax. So We get a sense of how long they've been up there because they're trying to trade off food. He's trying to give her food, and she kind of was like, "No, you take it. You need it more." Then I guess another couple days pass by, and you just see him slowly dying, and she's such a, and she's becoming this nice, caring person.
This was her best movie.
Yeah, seriously. I've heard a lot of people say they're annoyed at that character. They got annoyed at
I
that.
always liked her character. I know a lot of people would say like, "Oh, she's like out of place in the Guardians movies because she's so intense and everybody else is kind of loosey goosey."
Yeah,
but she was so intense because she had a freaking Titan. She was trying to get the approval of
her
the
dad.
Crazy Titan who was tearing her apart and rebuilding her every time she fucked up.
Exactly.
Like that's a
abusive
real
parent.
That's like a real mental craziness to deal with.
Exactly. In real life,
she was so
you
intense.
can tell when kids are like pressured by their parents all the time, and they're just trying to get that satisfaction.
Yeah.
It happens, and they really showed that with her. But she finally broke hold of that. She's not in that whole space anymore, but she's this nice, caring person or machine or whatever she is. And she's taking care of Tony Stark. So as Tony Stark is dying, there's no water, there's no food left. I think they've been out there for 28 days or 22 days, something like that.
20, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
20, 21.
she
3 weeks.
3 weeks, and Tony's sitting in the chair. She comes and covers him. She knows he's about to die. She knows, and Tony's sitting there. You're like, damn, they're about to kill off Tony Stark this early in the movie, and all of a sudden you see Tinkerbell. See, okay, well you see this bright light on his face. What's the light? He opens his eyes. His crusty eyes, and you see Captain Marvel there. So oh, that's how Captain Marvel's introduced. So what had happened was the scene that we saw at the end of Captain Marvel. She went to Earth first.
Yeah.
She talked to them what happened. They were like, Tony Stark is stuck in space. She shot back into space. She went and grabbed Tony Stark. They're in the ship. They bring the Guardians of the Galaxy ship down. They're met by Pepper Potts. They cut to Avengers HQ. And everybody's sitting around. Steve Rogers is shaving his face. Everything starts to rumble. And they all go outside. Pepper, Black Widow, Rhodey, Captain America, and I think Rocket. They all go outside. And they see Captain Marvel bring him down. Yo, she is so strong.
She's crazy.
Yes, crazy strong, right?
The most OP person in the
She's Ex Machina.
She's the Superman of this universe.
Oh, yeah. Well, you oh, man, you haven't, I might have to spoil that for you. Anyway, so she brings him down. You see Tony come out. Yo, when I tell you this is Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., best performance as Iron Man, legit. They made this.
I feel like this is what you kind of got a taste of in Iron Man 3 with the whole mental interior kind of him dealing with his problems.
Demon in the bottle kind of thing. They did do Demon in the bottle.
This was him just crushing it.
Yeah, he was crushing it. So, it kind of makes me sad that they never did the Demon in a Bottle storyline. Because I feel like he would have killed it. But also, it would have been like a play on himself in real life because how he was back in the day. Yeah. But anyway, so they get him inside the Avengers facility. You see him like all skin and bones. And they're talking to him about everything. And then he just has a nervous breakdown. Loses it. Cap, you left me. You don't believe me. Da-da-da.
Poor bowl of soup.
Oh my God. I don't want it. I don't want anything.
Never stood a chance.
And then he just passes out. Boom. Yeah. Falls.
He rips his.
He's like, here, take this. Here. And she's so good with that. And he just passes out. They get him in bed. They have him connected to IV, and they're just like he just has no energy. He wasted all of it. He's gonna be laying down for a couple days, right? So. Captain Marvel goes, you know what? I'm going to go kill Thanos. She starts walking right there. What are you doing? What?
Does she walk away and say, where are you going? She goes, I'm going to go kill Thanos.
Yeah, that's what they said, yeah. And then you see the beginning of Fat Thor emerging.
Oh, my God.
So he's sitting there just eating bread.
Emo Thor.
He's drinking beer. He's eating bread. And then he walks up to Captain Marvel, does that whole thing from the trailer. I like this one. Blah, blah, blah. So we fast forward. They are in the spaceship.
Yes.
And then Rocket does that great joke.
Ever say what that planet is? I don't think they do.
No, they never said what the planet is. It's just called the Garden, I think. Yes. So Thanos goes there, and Thanos. This is the planet Thanos is on. They find where Thanos is because Rocket pulls up a map and he's like, "Hey, there was an energy surge that was just the same one from planet Earth, and Thanos just activated that same one over here on this planet." Nebula goes, that's the Garden. They shoot on the spaceship. Rocket does the best joke in the world. He goes, How many of you have been to space? I have not been to space, and everybody just raised their hand. He's like, "Don't throw up in my ship." So, and then you do this great shot, right? Which I thought was amazing, showing Captain America viewing space the first time. They zoom in on his eye, and you just see the space, everything going through. So they jump, they port into. I don't know what they call it. They don't call it light speed. What is it called in Marvel?
I don't know.
Because it's not light speed.
Is it warp something?
Something jumping. I think it's
some kind of jump.
Something jump. I can't remember what it's called. Which you know what? I really enjoy that Marvel didn't do like the light speed thing. It's copying everybody else. Hyperdrive or something. It's something jump. It's a space jump, maybe.
I'll look it up and see.
So they get to Thanos' planet. Captain Marvel is legit just like, okay, I'm gonna go scope out the planet and see who's there. She goes down, comes right back up. Is like, there's nobody there but him. What? They're all confused. They're like, yeah, there's nobody there but him. Then they pan down to you see a bucket on the floor. Thanos is picking the garden. But then you see him all high and mighty. You think you see his armor and everything. Yep. But then you see him limping. Yeah. And he's looking like an old man. You're like confused. Like, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. He's cooking. And he turns around finally, and you see that he just looks more damaged than the end of Infinity War.
Burns.
What the hell happened? So you think maybe, it's the residual effects of the Infinity Gauntlet. You know, him consistently using it. Then he just, because Thanos has a great sense of what's surrounding. He picks his head up, beam right to his face. Bam!
Yeah. He's like,
oh shit! And Captain Marvel,
right?
Yeah, Captain Marvel does some freaking judo shit.
Headlock.
A headlock. Arm. Yeah, she's pushing his. She's using her foot for his hand, holding his hand open. Then Hulk comes up. Bruce Banner comes out in the Iron Man armor. The Iron, whatever, the Hulk Buster armor. And holding his hand. Then freaking Rhodey comes to the other side, holds his other hand. He's like, ah! Then my boy Thor, the best scene. Cuts his arm off.
Yes.
Yo, what did you like when he cut his arm off? What was you like? Oh shit!
Well, that whole scene was just. The fact that they were going to take on Thanos at this point, it was just like, what's going to happen in the rest of this movie? Because I think going in, a lot of people, thought Thanos was just going to be at the end, and he's going to be the last thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was just still lost in all that. Like, I can't believe they're already facing Thanos. And they just came in and they just owned him. Obviously, because he was weakened.
Yeah, he was weakened. He was on the same Thanos
by the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, he was like whatever that 28 days or something to him.
Yeah.
So then you see
Rocket.
Rocket.
Also, real quick, the hyperspace thing is called the Universal Neural Teleportation Network. And it's jump points that they.
That's what it's called, jump points, which is awesome. I like that.
Yes.
The refractal thing. Yep. Yeah. So they cut off his arm. Thanos is like, Rocket comes down, flips the. Well, you have this epic shot that like everybody he just got owned, and Captain America's walking like, yeah, I'm about to own this motherfucker, and so Rocket flips it over, and there's nothing in the gauntlet. That's where my heart sank in the movie. I was like, oh damn it, what happened? He hid the stones. That's what I was like. Okay, he hid the stones. We're gonna have to find out
where they are.
He scattered them somewhere. What did you do with the stones? Where's the stones? He's like, I don't have them. They're gone. What do you mean they're gone? I destroyed them. I used the gauntlet to destroy the stones. And then Nebula's like, my father's everything else, but he's not a liar. So, and then Thor's just like, okay, you got no stones? All right, cool.
We got no use for you, motherfucker.
Yo, cuts his head off. Boom. Everyone's like, what did you just do? I went for the head. And he just walks out. And everyone's like, and then right there, cuts to black. 5 years
How
later.
slow they did it. 5
years later.
It was just like letting it sink into you, like, oh my.
The whole crowd was like, oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
This movie went a total, I don't know, I want to say total different direction, but like it caught me off guard, and I didn't think it was going to be able to do that.
Yep, caught
everybody knew what the final thing was going to have to be, but I don't think the path they took to get there, I think caught a lot of people. They did they did great. I mean, and they said they only put the parts in the trailer from like the first hour of the movie.
Not even. I think for 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it was like, so they did a good job of like keeping everybody in the dark. I mean, I didn't watch any trailers for this.
Yeah,
I didn't watch this and Game of Thrones. I didn't watch any trailers coming up. I was like, I want to go and see completely blind. I did, and it was good because I had no idea what was happening.
It's good that you say that, man, because there was people like, real quick, LaShawn McCoy has 1 million followers on Twitter. He posts the ending of Endgame 3 times. He's an idiot.
He's
Hot 97 gave him congratulations. You played yourself this morning. They were talking about they were playing. You freaking bonehead. And people were screaming it. People were putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, people getting beat up because of it.
The guy in Hong Kong.
I'm not condoning. This is more than a lot of places. I know it was one I think in North Carolina or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of places people getting beat up. But I'm not condoning violence. But you're asking for it at that point, and
when you have a packed theater,
there has to be consequences for you being a douchebag. At some point.
Oh my god! This kid on my Facebook was just, guess what? This person died, and this person died. Terrible. Are you kidding me? People were putting on Twitter. I legit took all my social media off my phone, and I blocked certain words from Google and Twitter, so you couldn't see it. So I legit was trying to, and even with that, I went on YouTube because I wanted to see how much views we had. And somebody posted a part of the ending of the movie. I was like, damn it, no! So I kind of saw something, and I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to bring it up because it's just a bad memory for me. Anyway, so after the 5 years later thing we did, we're sitting there after everybody just gasped in the movie theater. It cuts to Captain America at a what is it called?
It's like a support group.
Support group for people I lost, and we had the first LGBTQ character in Marvel history.
Was it really?
Yeah, Joe Russo was playing a guy that lost his boyfriend, his husband in the snap.
Yeah, I knew he was gay, but
yeah, it was the first.
So that was the first one in all the MCU movies.
Yep. First one. Yep. First one that was acknowledged. Yeah. Everybody thinks Captain Marvel is too. So because her and Valkyrie would have
her haircut.
No, her and Valkyrie was kind of like flirting with each other or something like that.
She had the Hillary Clinton going.
Yeah. So anyway.
Cooler than Hillary Clinton, but
yeah.
Because of her and Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks.
In this movie.
Yeah, and they have some relationship or something.
Oh, is it a comic book thing or is it?
I don't remember. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, I got to see that. But anyway, we get to there. You find out that Black Widow is the new kid, Nick Fury.
She's running S.H.I.E.L.D.
She's running S.H.I.E.L.D. So you have the okay. So this is one of my favorite parts that people are not really talking about. So they have everybody up and reporting to her what's going on. And Captain Marvel's like, oh yeah, I'm not coming back. I have a lot of things to do out here. There's a lot of bad things that happen out here. And then Rocket goes, what are you going to do, get another bad haircut? And I was just like, Rocket was just in with those jokes. He was good.
He was the comedic relief a lot.
Oh yeah, he was.
Comic relief a lot through this movie.
Yep. And then so we get a update from Wakanda, and she's like, there's been tremors from the water. So right there and then, that's a little Easter egg for Namor. Because Namor the Submariner submerges.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I heard somebody else was bringing it.
They're going to fight for the kingdom, yeah. So Namor is...
For Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Oh, so that's Black Panther too.
Because Atlantis is a kingdom, so is Wakanda.
Oh, he's an Atlantis guy.
Yeah, he's an Atlantean, yeah. So it's Namor. Namor's the Mariner. Okay. He's strong as hell.
So that's going to be Black Panther too?
Yeah, Black Panther. I think it's going to do Black Panther. But they're doing like, we're having tremors. So how are you handling tremors? How we handle tremors. Don't bother with them.
Don't handle them.
Yeah, you don't handle them. Yeah. So that was a little callback to Namor. So then that goes off. Captain America walks in. He's just like, hey, he says some Captain America shit. She's just like, don't make me throw the sandwich at you. Yeah. And it was just a good...
He's talking about the whales.
Yeah.
He's like, just cleaner water, less people, less ships. And she's like, if you're going to give me a look at the bright side speech, I'm going to throw this peanut butter sandwich at you.
Yeah. It was just a good moment. Like they had a lot of breakup moments, like a lot of sad, and then they had breakup moments that were good. So they're sitting there. We're just sitting there talking, and then they go to Scott Lang's little van.
The storage unit.
Yeah. And the rat, it comes and turns on the van.
The MVP
rat. Master Splinter. It comes in there, flicks the switch, and out comes Scott Lang. What the hell? What is this going on? Which is cool that they get those little things, because now this is what they do with people's stuff. They kind of put them in sheds, and they found things and just put it someplace just in case everybody comes back.
The Ken Jeong cameo.
Oh, the King John. That was so random. The mustache. Yeah, he didn't say anything.
No, he literally said nothing.
They probably cut out a section. Or what do you?
Yeah, I'm sure they shot him saying something.
A lot of celebrity cameos in this movie, by the way.
Was there more?
Yeah, it was a lot of them. The girl from AMC that loves Walking Dead. She was in the elevator with Cap and Iron Man when they were in the 70s. There was a bunch of them. There was like things sprinkled here and there. Anyway, so Kim Jong Il, he come King Jong Il, Kim Jong Un, Ken Jong, whatever his name is, Ken Jong.
Not Kim Jong.
Oh. Anyway, so they walk. Scott walks out. You know, we'll fast forward through that. He's just pretty much realizing what's going on. He's seeing the missing signs. He asks the kid what's going on. Kid walks by. Great scene, best scene, one of the best scenes of the movie.
Gets to the memorial.
Gets to the memorial, looking for himself.
Looking for his daughter.
Her name's up there, but you know whose name is up there? He's like, oh man,
I'm not here.
Yep. And then he runs all the way to his daughter's place. Gets there, knocks on the door, hoping that she's there. Opens the door, and she's 5 years older. Looks like a teenager.
How old is she supposed to be there? Like 16, 17?
16, 17, yeah. She was 10, I think, in that, man. So, then...
So a lot of people were saying she's they're like a New Avengers.
Yeah, New
maybe.
Avengers. She's a giant. She's a giant in New Avengers.
Really?
Yeah, she's a giant woman, whatever it's called.
She gonna have relations with Tom Holland?
Maybe. Well, Captain Marvel was supposed to have a relationship with Tom Holland. Well, not Tom Holland. Peter Parker. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the age gap is crazy.
Yeah.
Still.
But now it's perfect for him and Cassie.
Oh yeah, Cassie. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tommy. Should we call him Tommy? Anyway, so he sees his daughter, and Paul Rudd. That was great acting by him, seeing his daughter for.
Paul Rudd's great.
He's he held this movie together, man.
He did. He was also another one with the comic relief. I think this might be his best. I mean, he's amazing in both the Ant-Man movies, but I don't know. I
you see the potential.
I really like something about him in this movie.
It was great.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. So he sees Cassie. So we get a clip of Captain America and Black Widow talking, and all of a sudden they hear the bell rings, or the camera goes off.
Message pops up.
See the thing in the trailer? Is this an old message?
Yeah.
And it says
the front door.
It's the front door. Hey guys, it's Ant-Man. I mean, if you know me, I didn't have my helmet off, but still, it was just great. And they let him in.
I was with you in the airport in Germany.
He comes with this whole theory about, hey, listen, why don't we go through the quantum realm? Why don't we do this? And, we can do this. And they're looking at him crazy. He's like, listen, I was there for me it was 5 hours.
Yeah.
For you guys, 5 years. There's a possibility here. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think there's something here. We need to find the smartest person.
Yeah.
Jump to Tony Stark. Tony Stark.
But you missed the funny line.
What happened?
When he goes, I know it sounds crazy. She's like, I've been receiving emails from Raccoon.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Rocket Raccoon always comes back to Rocket. Always comes back to Rocket. My bad. Forgot about that. So they go to Tony Stark's place. He's like, nope, I'm good. Nope. Pretty much. That's the best way I can sum up that scene. He's like, nope, I ain't doing this. Nope. So we need you to help us build this. You're the smartest person on the earth, and we need you. He's like, nope, I'm good. No, I don't want to go backwards. I like what I like. You got to find. You know what you got to do, Cap? You got to find your happiness, and this is my happiness, right?
Get some life. And
Tony Stark, like Tony Stark is. Really stubborn, but he's really not stubborn. He starts having an idea and decides to start building something. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so they're like, okay, if we can't. So what did you think about that scene, actually?
But them trying to convince him?
Yeah, and he just kind of was like...
That was good. I think it set up so much for the end. Especially, the scene right before where he's with his daughter.
Yeah.
You can see their relationship and...
Morgan Stark.
And they also give you the little... sighting of Pepper's.
Oh yeah,
Iron Man suit.
No, it's her rescue armor. That's what it's called.
Rescue called. Okay.
That's what
I was trying to figure out what
it's called. Rescue armor. So in the comic books, the rescue armor has no offense. It's all defense. Yeah. It's all helping people. Right?
It's like if she's under attack, it'll come save her and get her out of there.
Exactly. Or help other people. Like
okay.
People. Yeah. So anyway, they leave there because Tony rejected them. And they go to one of the best characters of the movie, even though it pissed me off what they did to him at the end. Professor Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're eating at he's just sitting there, oh, hey guys, what's going on? I'm Professor Hulk. He reminded me of Beast. Like Beast. Yeah. Like his personality.
That's very much what he was throughout this movie.
Yeah, it was just awesome. And, I just really can't wait for the X-Men to come into this universe.
I think we should keep
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, if Universal would like to let go of the Hulk and let Marvel make a good movie with Hulk, it'd be nice. Have you ever seen a video of Mark Ruffalo say, "Screw you, Universal! Screw you!"
No.
It's so funny. So we have him there. They're trying to explain the whole plan to him, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I could do it. We'll see. I mean, that's not my forte, but I can do it." And then one of the funniest things, the kids come up, "Can we have a picture with you, Mr. Hulk?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Can you hold this? Can you take a picture? He does pose with a picture. He's like, "Hey, you kids want?" And then
you want a picture of me? I'm Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm Ant-Man. You know Ant-Man?"
And they're like, he wants a picture. You want a picture, right?
Yeah, you want a picture.
And they're just like, he's like, no, he's literally shaking his head no.
You know what? Just take the goddamn phone. And then Hulk's like, "Hey, Dad."
Like, Dad.
Listen to your mother.
So
Listen to your mother.
That was so hilarious.
Mark Ruffalo's he's my spirit animal.
Good. He was also there was so many good performances.
Yeah,
he was. The motion capture for him was amazing because you could see his face in the Hulk's face, and every emotion. I forget what scene it was.
All the girls were digging him too.
The
like Hulk in that sweater.
The scene toward when they get the Iron Man gauntlet and he's talking about how he was made for this. It was there was so much definition in his facial movements
when he was talking and everything. So crazy.
It was it's almost like I was made for this.
That technology is kind of scary.
You see it. Oh man, it was freaky how good it looked.
Well, what was that thing 2 years ago when they were taking girls' faces and putting it on porn stars' bodies so that you would see their face move just like them, and it would be it looks like it's them. I feel like that's the technology they used for this because. Yeah, legit.
It was so good. It was so good.
And when you saw the trailer for the Will Smith movie, they're using the same technology in that one. The angling.
Oh, yes. And he looked... that trailer looks great. He looks like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. Yeah. Bel-Air, Will Smith. That technology is getting stupid good.
Thanos looks amazing. And
as someone an action star, he can age, and it's not going to matter because they can keep him 25.
Yeah, or put somebody else's put him.
Sam Jackson and Captain Marvel.
Oh my god!
In this movie, they did Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas. Oh my god,
he looks so. It's crazy.
Yeah. It was good, man. And
it's unbelievable how. That's why I'm not worried about Star Wars with Carrie Fisher.
No. Disney, you know what? Disney makes money and then they improve themselves. They don't make money and just cash it like every other studio. They make movies and they improve everything. Their theme parks, the movies,
oh my god,
animation department, everything is just constantly
crazy
upgrading. And you know what's cool? I found out that if you come with them with a new idea, they'll try to help you out, bring it up so they can use it. We'll patent that, but
makes sense for them.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, so we get the whole Hulk thing. Hulk is like, I could do it. So they get to the time machine. That shit was hilarious. When they were transporting Paul Rudd back and forth from time.
Oh, man. He was a baby and then he was an old man. Yep. And then he was a teenager. Then he was a baby and then an old man.
Yep.
And then he came back as himself. He was like, somebody peed my pants.
Maybe it was me that peed my pants. Maybe it was old me. Yeah. I think it was me.
It might have been me.
Paul Rudd has the best lines in this movie, man.
He was so good.
The movie was really centered around him, if you think about it, for the most part.
Well, definitely all the time travel.
Oh yeah, it was great. So Tony finally shows up because he made this idea. I kind of skipped a little part, but it doesn't really important. So Tony Stark being the whole crazy person he is.
Well, it's kind of important because of the whole rest thing comes into play. That idea of him not being able to rest.
Yeah, so basically, Iron Man is always worried about everybody, and that's the problem with him. He's always the greater good. He's a greater good, and he comes off like a DICK, but he's just a worry wart. Ever since the whole thing happened with the first Avengers, he has been worrying about everybody, and that is his issue, and he doesn't know how to express himself with it. But so what he does, like Iron Man does, he's in his mind. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this anyway. So he perfects the time. He knows how to know. He knows Pepper. I know how to travel through time.
Yeah.
So
I figured it out.
So he shows up to the Avengers compound, and he's like, okay, we're going to do this. Are you putting a team together? He's like, yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on it.
So then they jump to Hulk in a little truck.
That song, it was just great. The song with him with Rocket and the truck was like cramped up. that scene was a bit. I think that song made it for me because it was just like such a happy-go-lucky song.
Was Rocket driving that truck?
No. Sorry, they were.
I was about to say because his little feet gonna catch that.
Sit next to him.
Yeah. But they got to New Asgard. You see Valkyrie. Valkyrie's like, hey, guys, what's going on? We're looking for Thor. Well, we haven't seen him in a while, but
he only comes that one once a month for supplies.
Yeah, so they used to the beer cakes. And so then they finally go up to see him, and lo and behold, the best character of this movie, Fat Thor.
Fat Thor. With those two great characters from Ragnarok.
Meek,
I can't remember.
Meek and oh man, what's the hell is his name?
Meek's the blue guy?
Meek is the little
blue guy's name.
Whatever
his name is.
He's like, I'm whatever, and Meek. Jesus, it's gonna come to me. Hey guys, how you doing?
Whatever his name is, his voice, like just I don't even.
That's like a Waititi.
Funny, his voice. I die laughing hearing his voice.
That's Taika Waititi from he made Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Oh my
like,
god,
I'm Korg. That's Korg. That's
Korg.
I'm Korg. This is
his voice gets me.
It's the best thing in the world.
It's so funny.
Hey Thor. This guy's making fun of me online. Please help me.
It's New Master 69.
New Master 69. If you don't stop bullying my friend, I'm gonna come over there and drop thunder on your whole family.
Oh my god.
You wanna cry? Yeah, cry. Cry to your mother now.
Go cry to your father.
Go cry to your father.
Here you go. You won't be bothering anymore.
Thank you, Thor. Thank you.
Let me know if he comes back and bothers you again.
Did you see me holding all the pizzas?
Yes. Oh my god. I'm telling you, I hope those two join Thor
as Guardians of
the Galaxy because I will just not stop laughing the entire movie.
So this is the truth though. Like they are the comic relief for Thor.
Oh, so good.
But Thor is already good.
Well, Thor is, and he gets better every movie.
Well, I think they're on Earth now, so they're probably going to be through the Avengers movies.
Yeah,
they're too funny. So I think Tessa Thompson needs it more. The comedic relief than Thor does. Anyway, so we get Thor there. He's like, "Okay, Thor, we need to. We're gonna figure this out. We have a plan. We can get through this." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Thanos. Don't say that name. Don't say it." And then he's like, Hulk's like, "Can you please let me go with me?" Like Mad Stern. Hulk. He's like, "Okay. Take your hands off me."
It was like the way he said it. He like said it so nicely, but he's like, "Get off."
Yeah, it's a big. You ever have like a big friend, like a tall ass friend that he knows he can whoop everybody's butt, but he's mad chill.
It's like the ultimate confidence.
Yeah, the ultimate confidence. He's like, "Please, like, get your hands off me." So they recruit Thor. They bring him back. And who else did they recruit? It's War Machine.
War Machine. It was really just Thor.
They went to get Thor. Iron Man. They got.
Iron Man.
And am I missing somebody they recruited?
I think it was just Ronan.
And so then we cut to Japan. We get that stupid scene of that was I think kind of stupid.
They wrecking everything.
It was good. So Ronan was whooping people's butt, killing people, but I just felt like I don't know. That's Hawkeye. So Ronan is a great character in the comic books, but just him translating to like TV was like not TV movies. It was like kind of weak. But anyway, when Natasha goes over there, says, "Listen, I know you're trying to avenge your family and everything, but this is not the way to do it." He's like, "You don't know what I need. We have a way to get him back." He's like, "Don't lie to me.
Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope." And she brings him back. So they recruit him. So I'm fast forwarding through this part now, guys. So they get back to the compound. One of the funniest things, Thor walks in and Tony Stark goes, "Oh, what is it called? The Big Lebowski?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, Big Lebowski."
Calls him Lebowski.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh man, that was great." What happens next? What am I up to? So they are perfecting time travel.
Yes, they're doing the trial run.
The trial run, and they send a Hulk. Well, they were gonna send Ant-Man back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we can do this guy.
He's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "We have 2 test runs," and then boop. He's like, "One
test run, yeah." And then Hulk is like, "I'll do it." And he shows his tattoo. He's like, "Let me get the shot of my tattoo." So they get him in there. He's like, "All right, we're going to send you back. You have a certain amount of time. Grab this and come back." They send him back to his old house. Damn.
Dirty move.
It was a dirty move. I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of dirty moves in this movie. Yeah. To him in general. They really mess with Hawkeye too much in this movie. Send him back. He grabbed his kid's glove, and he hears daughter talking. What's her name again?
Violet,
Daddy, and he just
as he hears her, then he calls out to her, and then
disappears.
She comes down.
Yep. And so then he has the glove in his hand. He's like, I did it. Yep. We did it. We can do it. So they do this whole montage of everybody coming back down. You got War Machine coming back. Well, first, what happens? He's Scott Lang is eating taco. And War Machine comes down. No, Captain Marvel comes down.
No, somebody in a jet. Was it Rocket and...
Oh, yeah. Rocket comes down.
Rocket and Nebula.
Yeah. He's like, hey, War Machine, just so you know, we have a pansy or something.
We have an idiot.
We have an idiot
in the landing zone.
Yeah. And then he comes up, he knocks the rest of his tackle out. He's like, hey, not so big man.
Regular size man.
Yeah, regular size man. Because he's the reason he was grabbing to beat him up last time he saw him, right?
When he was a giant.
He's a giant. And then the best, Hulk and Paul Rudd are like, Abraham Paul Rudd. He walks up and he goes,
two little tiny tacos in his hand.
You know, I know I'm diving deep into this scene, but they kind of showed how much control he has over the Hulk. He's holding 2 tacos. Yeah. So slightly.
Which normally, if he was the Hulk, and he would just destroy that.
Destroy it in 3 seconds. And it's a hard taco, not a soft taco.
Yeah. I would crunch it in no time.
Oh, man. That was such a good scene. So then they jump, and they're all ready to go into, they get their suits on. Some cool suits, man. They're all walking the montage. Yes. They're walking in, and
best-selling hoodie in the world.
Oh, man. Right. Yo, really, I need that hoodie.
Me too.
I need that hoodie. It's a good hoodie. I need the helmet. That helmet was dope too. They're all Ant-Man helmets.
Yes.
I like how everybody's helmet flipped and War Machine had his own helmet.
War Machine has his own. I was like, why doesn't Tony have his own?
It's Tony.
Whatever.
Well, he had his armor under his armor. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't know why why would War Machine?
Well, his is microfiber. Remember, his thing was all. So War Machine has to wear his armor because he can't be without his armor. He can't walk without it.
That's right.
He can't have a special suit. So then they get in there. They're like, okay, all right, guys. You know your drills. You know your missions. We gotta take care of this. And Natasha goes, "I'll see you guys in a second."
See you in a
minute. So first thing we jump to 2012
Avengers
2012 Avengers. They do the whole roundabout circle. You see that whole thing. And then they drop down, and they're like, okay, we know our mission, what we're going to do. And the first thing we see is Hulk beat the shit out of the Chikari. And he's like,
keep stomping his arm.
Yeah. And you see older Hulk, he's like, oh.
Like, look at me.
He's like, I was like that. He's like, what did he say? That's, what does he call it? Derogatory? No, what does he call it? What did he say? What's the word he says?
I don't remember.
He says something about how, it's crazy, I have to take my shirt off to me. He's like, all right.
I can't remember what he said.
Cap's like, just make sure you smash a couple things. He's like, okay. Oh, no. And so Paul Rudd is like, all right, we'll go this way. Them 3 go to Avengers Compound, and the Hulk goes to Strange's place.
The
Sanctum of...
Sanctum.
The Sanctum Asylum? Sanctum's... Centaurum. Centaurum Sanctum. Sanctum Centaurum.
Sure.
Whatever it is. Anyway, we're screwing it up. You could be mad at us in the comments. So we get there, and one of the coolest scenes is... I'm fast forwarding through this part because we're running out of time right now. 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right. Anyway, so we get the shot of them all trying to get the stones. So we have the Avengers in 2012, we have Avengers in 2014, and Avengers in 2016.
Yes.
So we have them on Earth. We have them in, what is it? It's Morag, and then and whatever the other planet is called.
Morag is the Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Equal, something with a V. The Soul Stone?
Yeah, whatever the Soul Stone is.
And then Asgard.
Which is messed up again. Vormir. They sent Hawkeye and Black Widow up. Legit, they were like, okay, well, what are you guys going to do?
The only 2 that you could have sent.
Yeah, that's the only 2 you could have sent there.
Because you maybe could have sent Tony and... No, it has to be them.
No, yeah.
Maybe Tony and Cap, but probably not.
No.
I can't... And maybe Hulk and Hulk and...
Natasha,
but
nobody would
have believed that Natasha could have stopped the Hulk.
No, he would have. Bye.
So yeah, it has to be those 2.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this. What if the Hulk jumped off? Would Bruce Banner or the Hulk die? Because Bruce Banner could have jumped off and then himself, and he would have been alive. Because Hulk would have died, or he would have died, and Hulk would have stayed alive, and that would have been a soul stone because they love each other.
That would have been interesting.
Interesting decision. Anyway, so we have a lot of good clips. They all go in the future. They're all going. They all go to the past, and they're all trying to grab the stones. We have Captain America fight his. We have Captain America in the
fight himself.
Fight himself. That was awesome. He's talking crap to himself. He's like, "Oh, come on." He's like, "Whatever." But even before that, we have one of the best scenes in the movie is when they're in the elevator, and he's like.
That wasn't before that.
That was before that. Yeah, it was before when he took the case.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He's like, guys, I need to take the case because there was a threat of somebody to steal it. He's like, what? No, you can't take it. Well, we're going to talk to the director. He's like, don't worry about it. Hail Hydra. Yeah. And they were like, okay, well, all right.
Well, I was telling my cousin Angel because he started watching the Marvel movies, but he hasn't seen all of them.
Yeah.
But he knew enough to watch this movie. But he didn't see Winter Soldier, which is where you get that elevator, the first elevator scene with him, where he's like, before we do this, does anybody want to get out?
Did you think that was going to happen?
One of the badass lines that Captain America's ever said. And for a moment, I think everybody was like, he's going to say it again. And there's more guys in there this time. And
it's all the same dudes, right, from the first one?
Basically. Well, Crossbones was in there. That was
the guy with the
main guy, yeah. So I was telling him, I was like, see, you don't get the significance of that scene because everybody in the theater is like, oh, he's about to whoop all that. And then he gives up Hail Hydra thing, and it's like, oh.
They're like, yeah, Cap's not so hot-headed anymore. He's kind of like, he's more calm, he knows what to do with him.
That Winter Soldier scene, that
was awesome.
Loved it.
And so during that time, Tony and Ant-Man are trying to get the Tesseract.
Yes.
And Ant-Man jumps to Tony's chest, gives him a heart attack. He drops the box, the Tesseract, and older Tony goes to pick up the Tesseract. He tries to run away. Hulk busts through the door. No more stairs! I hate stairs! And Loki's like, oh, okay.
Tesseract.
Boom. So that right there, Loki picks it up, disappears. That's one timeline right there. Boom. Yep. So if you guys remember, I'll do a video later describing the timelines in this movie because there's a lot of them. They're alternate timelines. So we get that. So Loki skips the Tesseract. Like, screw, damn it, we don't have the Tesseract. They get the Mind Stone from younger Cap, whatever. Then Ant-Man's freaking out. He's like, we can't do anything. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? They're like, we know one place that both those stones that the Tesseract is in 1970, and we get more pin particles. They both do the calculation for the pin particles and the Tesseract. They go to 1970. So during that time, you have Nebula and War Machine going after the Power Stone, and they see Peter Quill dancing like an idiot, and then War Machine's like, he's just an idiot, isn't he? Yeah. War Machine knocks him out. Is about to grab the stone with Nebula, and he's like, "Okay, we're transporting," and he's about to transport, and Nebula can't go back, but he transports back. Nebula can't transport back. Come to find out that Thanos sees this whole transmission, everything that she sees, and stops her from moving. So, younger Thanos abducts Nebula, right? Then you have the other two on Vormir, Hawkeye and Black Widow. They're like, "Oh no." I guess what Red Skull is like. Oh yeah, one of you got to kill each other to get the stone. Yep. Oh well, I guess you know it's gonna be me. No, it's gonna be me. I lost too much. They fight each other. Come to find out, it's gonna be Natasha because she's smarter than him. Outsmarts him, throws herself off, dies. Boom. He gets the soul stone. He cries.
Great scene with that.
Trying
to prevent each other from jumping.
I honestly feel like they could have gave her a little bit more because I kind of feel like they kind of was just like pushed through it really quickly. Like I just kind of talked through it. Yeah. It's kind of just like that. They were like, "Oh, she's dead. All right, well, we'll forget about it."
I felt like the first time it felt more dramatic than the second time I watched it. That's also though because it's coming. So
yeah.
But I remember the first time I saw it, it felt longer to me. I felt like more stuff happened in that scene. But then the second time I was like, "Oh wow, that was pretty quick."
Pretty quick, yeah. And they get that stone back. I don't know. I just feel like Natasha should have more screen time.
Yeah, she was another one. She was one of this. I think was her best performance.
You think so? Yeah. Widow, yeah. She was stressed out and everything. You never seen her stressed.
She was good.
Yeah. So obviously Thanos figures out their plan. So they all get transported back. Tony Stark had a great moment with his dad, which was awesome when he went back to 1970. Yeah. And Cap had a great moment with Peggy. but she really didn't see her; just saw through her glass. And I think that right there, both their ideas that they had of self-sacrifice or self, whatever.
Yeah.
It just came from that moment going back to the 1970s. He finally had a moment with his dad to talk to his dad at the same age he was, and they had that moment of having a kid for the first time. He had this whole moment. It was really emotional.
Yeah.
It was just like, I felt really, like, it was crazy. And he hugged his dad. And
It was
like,
good, too, because I thought they were going to mess with it and have, like,
Howard figure him out or anything, but I like that they just let it. It was like just two of them hanging out for a second. That was cool.
It was great. They needed that. They needed that closure. He needed that closure with his dad. His dad kind of had the same kind of sacrifice as him for the end of the movie, because like he sacrificed himself to the greater good with the Captain America serum, whatever. And Stone did the same thing at the end of the movie. But anyway, so they get the stone back. They get back there. They all come back, and they have to set one of the saddest scenes. They were like, "Where's Natasha? Where's Nat?" And Hulk is like, "Oh, no, what is going on?" And they all go back. They're on this
the meeting by
the lake, and they're all talking about it. And he's like, "I couldn't do anything about it. She pushed me, blah blah." Hulk's like, "Right!" Throws the chair. She's done.
We gotta make it worth.
We gotta make it worth it, exactly. So they get back. They do the most common sense thing. Marvel does the most common sense thing. First, the Big Lebowski, Thor. That's what we forgot to talk about real quick. Thor went back to Asgard. That's what we forgot.
Yeah,
that was
totally
kind of
skipped that.
Yeah,
it was, well, for the most part, it was. I think it was a little long there. I liked the moment he had of his mom. That was cool. I just feel like they took too long to get to it.
Yeah, it was. It kind of forgettable.
It wasn't that bad, but it was. I feel like they could have got to his mom part faster, and then Rocket could have done the thing with Jane real quick, and that whole scene could have been condensed.
Yeah, it could have been.
The first part of them planning it out, we really didn't need.
Didn't need it. I mean, the smacking crap of Thor was pretty funny. Come here. Anyway, so they all have the stones. Thor at first is like, "Let me do something good, please. Just let me do something good." They're like, "No. You're too drunk.
You're drunk, bro."
And then Morrissey has the best line. He's like, "Oh." He's like, "Oh, what do you think is closer to my veins?" Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. He points at him.
Yeah. And Hulk goes, "It's got to be me.
Yeah.
This whole thing is radiation-based, gamma radiation. I got to take it. I can take it."
And this is the scene I was talking about where the facial, the motion capture was just
on point,
next
man.
level.
And that suit was cool he was in.
There was just so much emotion, and I couldn't get over how great it was expressing his emotion.
Oh, it was awesome.
Because Mark Ruffalo's a good actor, but it's for the most part in the past it's been hard to relay that through motion capture
because the Hulk's angry,
especially because his face is so big too. Man, they killed it.
So you thought Thor Ragnarok was good with Mark Ruffalo's facials? This thing is just
it's a different level.
No, different level. They used Thanos' technology. The one they did for Thanos for this now.
Makes sense.
So I guess all the big dudes we'll see now now on will have the actors. Even they did the same CGI and stuff for the Black Order. They used the same motion capture and everything. So that's why all these characters we're so invested in them. Anyway, so Thor gets backed off. Hulk takes the thing. He's like, "I got to do it." Blah blah blah. Hulk goes up, and he's like, "Ah!" He starts getting his ass busted by the Infinity Gauntlet. Which later down the line, we got to talk about that. How Tony Stark kind of just ate that.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah. So he goes. He snaps his fingers. Another awesome scene in this movie. You just hear the phone start ringing. Hawkeye's phone starts ringing. And Hawkeye's phone. His phone starts ringing. Vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
He runs up. No words. And then picks up the phone. You see Ant-Man look out the window and two birds are flying around. He's like, "Guys, I think we did it." And you see Nebula switching. So then you see Evil Nebula, which we didn't really get into.
This is right before. Yeah.
So what happened with Thanos kidnapped Nebula? Did the switch. So this bait and switch. So they switched to Nebula.
Old Nebula back.
Yeah, old Nebula back and older Nebula. No, so old Nebula is in
the future.
In the present, and younger Nebula is there too. Yeah. And she was trying to disguise herself as old Nebula. So she's flipping switches. She brings Thanos' ship right through the portal, man. Yes. Shoots right through him.
Right through.
And the Avengers don't hear it because Tony put up this protocol to blast door protocol, right? So they Hulk is laying there, and the thing opens up, and he sees this giant ship, and all he sees is the missile come down, and Ant-Man's all happy. He's like, "Oh my badoosh!" Avengers
For
facility.
a hot second, you're like,
Oh shit, it's dead! Yo, like no! But he shrunk himself at the last second,
Yeah.
which was cool. Blows up. You see all these guys. Oh shit! Everybody scattered. Cap is knocked out.
That scene though, when they just firebombed her, that was, I mean, crazy.
Yo, it was crazy.
And the Dolby,
Ooh. And you hearing all the explosion go off. They did not hold back with that CGI explosions, man.
Thanos was like, I'm lighting all these mofos up, and they all survived.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the most firepower.
Yo, I
and
destroyed
they all
everything.
survived.
Yo, and it's crazy. From that point, at this point in the movie, kicks off the greatest ending of a movie of all freaking time.
Amazing.
Ben was sitting next to me going.
And that was the second time I saw him.
And Ben was freaking out. He's like, "It's coming! You don't even understand."
When the Thor hair, I know I was just like lighting your arm up. When the Captain America gets Thor's hammer.
Oh, it's crazy.
I couldn't contain
Oh,
it.
man.
That shit,
Yeah.
that best scene in the movie.
Oh yeah. So,
For me, yeah, when he gets that hammer.
but before that.
Yes.
Was,
good.
yeah, so before that,
Fine.
Hawkeye. No, we don't need to rewind too much. Hawkeye being underground, and it had the whole. I love Aliens, guys. You'll know this. I love that movie, Aliens. It had that vibe. He shoots the arrow down the hallway, and you see the light goes through, and you see all these aliens. Like it looks like a scene from Aliens. He's running. That was one of the good scenes Hawkeye had. He's slicing, killing things, and he has the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's running through, and Ant-Man and then just cuts to Ant-Man going down to the basement because it's flooding, and the Hulk's holding up the whole
War Machine down there.
Yeah, War Machine, Raccoon,
Rocket,
and it was so sad when Rocket was like, "I can't breathe, help me!"
Yeah.
He's like, and War
Machine
guts out, canopy. He gets out.
Yep.
He helps him. Yo, War Machine's strong. Yeah, Rhodey's a strong dude.
Pulled himself over to him.
And then he cut over to Hulk. Hulk's holding up the whole facility by himself, man. And my brother said the coolest thing is, like, it reminded him in the comics when Hulk was holding up the whole continent. He was holding up the plates. And he was just holding one arm. Not two arms. One arm he's holding up because his whole arm is dead from the Infinity Gauntlet. And Ant-Man goes down. He's like, "I'm coming, guys!" Comes down and cuts from there. You get a scene where Thanos comes down. He's like, comes down, puts his sword down. He sits down. He goes, puts his helmet off. He's like, and then Nebula walks up and he's like, "We have the gauntlet. It's down there. We're gonna get it." And he's like, "All right. She's like, And then he's like, "I want you to go retrieve it now." She goes. She's like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm waiting." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And this is Thanos, young Thanos.
Yeah.
This is Thanos at his prime, bro. This is not beat up, getting Infinity Stones, Thanos fighting everybody. This is Thanos in his armor,
Fresh
vibranium armor. That's vibranium armor. It has to be. The sword has to be vibranium too. For what it was doing, it was crazy. Anyway, so Thanos is sitting there. You see the big three come out. Big three comes out.
Yep.
What is he doing? He's just been sitting there waiting. And I love Thor. Thor just has his hand in his hoodie. He's like, "All right. So what are we doing?" He's like, "Well, I think would they say something about they're gonna go for him?" So he's like, and then what did they say? That Thor was like, "All right, that's all I wanted to hear." And he's
I don't remember
what they said.
It's like that's all I need to hear.
No, yeah, that's all I need to hear.
He just fucking puts his arms out.
And he gets his armor, and it braids his. Like, that shit was fucking hilarious. He gets a braid, his hair gets braided.
By the way, even the armor was like fat armor. It's like
His gut's just hanging out
around his gut. And he has Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Oh my god! And whole, Tony Stark puts his whole armor on.
Yep.
And he has the classic armor, Tony Stark armor. They go walking towards him, and Thanos is so chill, man. He's just you motherfuckers, but I don't even know.
Walk up and he's talking to him.
Oh man, he's monologuing.
Such a badass.
Yeah, he's monologuing, but just chilling monologuing. So they cut to
James Brolin, by the way.
Oh my god, his acting, amazing acting. No, now he can come back as capable.
And you know what? This movie made Thanos for me. Like,
yes,
because I love Thanos. In the last one, I wasn't 100% sold on. I mean, he was definitely a contention for best villain in Marvel, but this movie sealed it. Like, it's not even close anymore.
Oh yeah, he's the epitome of villain.
I mean, the monologues that he gives and just the vibe you get from him.
The bass in his voice.
Oh, he's great.
He doesn't even sound like Josh Brolin. He sounds like a different character.
I said James Brolin. That's his father. Josh Brolin.
And he's just like, well, you know how this is going to end.
It's such a
so badass voice. So we get to a scene where Nebula is chasing Ronan, Not Ronan. Well, Nebula walks up to Ronan. He's laying on the floor because he just killed
gives it to her.
He's like, "Oh, my friend. Oh, hey, friend."
Nebula.
And she's like, she's about to kill him. Then Zoe Saldana comes up, whatever her freaking name is, Gamora, and puts a gun to her. He's like, "Sister, you can't do this." And then old Nebula comes, "Sister, you gotta listen." And she's about to shoot Gamora, and
Gamora
then
puts her gun down.
and then old Nebula shoots her.
right in the chest.
Kills her old self. So everybody in the movie there was like, "Oh no, she's gonna disappear." Nope, time doesn't work like that in Avengers. You can't. The past can affect the future if you go change it. Nope, it makes its own timeline. So she's dead. They have the Infinity Gauntlet. And you cut to one of the greatest fight scenes, the Big Three versus Thanos. You don't know how strong Thanos is until this movie.
Yeah.
Young Thanos was fighting these motherfuckers, whooping ass. He was taking on 3 Avengers, man.
Yep.
Yo, he took Thor's hammer and was gonna put it through his chest, man.
There was the axe.
Oh, the axe. So
Stonebreaker.
we got a cool visual. So we got a good callback to Avengers 1 when Thanos and Thor hit Iron Man with the charge, and he like 400%. So now Iron Man has this big thing in the back that takes all Thor's power. He's like, "Charge me up!"
Yeah.
Hits him with the plasma beam.
Yeah.
Oh man!
So
And then what happened? Thanos was like, "Okay." There's this flippy thingy majigger. He blocks all of it, and Iron Man goes to punch him. He grabs Iron Man, puts him over his head. He's like, "Oh shit!" Thor throws his Mjolnir up, hits him.
Up.
He had to save Tony Stark's life by hitting him with a hammer.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh." Captain America goes up, tries to fight him. He just Captain America gets bitch slapped. Then Thor and him are getting on this throwdown, and you see how out of shape that Thor is, man. I feel so bad for Thor. Thor's getting messed
He's
up.
still giving him a run, though.
He was.
Still giving him a run.
But then he flipped his Stormbreaker on him, and he started to put it through.
You can see it cutting through his chest armor.
And I'm gonna let you take this part right here because this is the most hyped up part.
I swear.
He broke my arm. He's like, "Good chest! Oh my god!"
No, so we get Stormbreaker starting to pierce Thor's chest plate, and you hear, I feel like you hear Mjolnir first coming, and so you see it hits Thanos, and then just keeps going, and then you see it turn around and come back, and everybody thinks it's coming to Thor, and flies right past both of them, and once it hits Captain America, best applause point I think in the entire.
Oh my god.
And there's 1,000 applause.
Oh my god!
Movie, but when that happened,
he's just at the shield like this.
And then when he throws his shield behind Thanos and then throws the hammer at the shield of the Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was so great. Oh man!
I think every time I watch this movie that will blow my mind.
And
it
then
was
Thanos,
so amazing.
And remember Thanos is like, "Well, you cannot defeat me." Whatever he does, he starts hacking away.
It was like we get the great scene, like Captain America just wrecking Thanos, and then Thanos is just like,
"Okay,
I'll eat that." And starts messing.
Gets a cap up, starts cutting his shield down,
breaks his shield,
just like in the comic books.
Oh my gosh!
Hitting because I think his sword has to be vibranium because vibranium can only destroy vibranium.
Yeah.
So she's hitting it, boom, breaking it, and then he just stops, and Captain America's like, "What's going on?"
He throws Cap down, and then what does he do after he throws Cap down?
I think he throws Cap down. And then he goes to what did he do? What happens? Is it because Iron Man's already beat? Iron Man got his ass whooped. Does Thor come out and try to hit him again? Or he just stops? I think
he might stop because his army's coming down. Like, no! He goes into the monologue about how now it's personal.
Now it's personal.
Now he's going to enjoy what he does.
Yeah, and he's inevitable.
Yes.
I am a machine. So then, all of a sudden, you see this whole army gets beamed down. You're like, oh shit! And then I'm like, damn, they're about to do the scene. So in the comic books, there's a scene where Captain America walks right up to freaking Thanos with his shield broken. And he's like, he talks shit to his face. So you see, Cap just gets up. He's all bloody, tightens his shield down. It's all half broken. He's like, all right. And you see this great shot. It's from far away. You just see Captain America walking and Thanos with his whole army behind him. And Cap's just walking up. He's like, you hear, Cap, on your left.
On your left.
And Cap, shit.
Everybody's losing their shit because everybody knows what's happening now.
And you see the Doctor Strange portals open up.
Oh, man. Is there Black Panther comes through with Shuri and I can't remember his other girl.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
She's such a badass too.
Yeah, and they walk through Doctor Strange, like, Spider-Man, everybody just.
Like Black Panther really had a moment.
Yeah,
Everybody else kind of came in,
randomly, but like Black Panther had like a good like 15 seconds. I felt like where the camera was just looking at him.
Yeah. And it was just like,
and then everybody just starts pouring through the portals with Spider-Man. As soon as he Spider-Man in the theater,
Spider-Man!
Blew it up again.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then Cap hits him with the Avengers. The
Avengers. He goes, doo doo doo.
Assemble.
Oh,
that was another.
Oh my god!
That
Final.
was just like it was like. I don't know.
A nerd explosion.
I don't know what it was like.
Nerd explosion.
It was too much.
It was too much. We couldn't handle it. Ben was like,
oh my god.
Just plug it out. Beatrice and Ben were like,
oh my god.
Oh my god. And
so
it was
good.
just awesome. And that fight scene, that whole battle scene, there's no words that can describe that battle scene, really. They had great moments in that battle scene. A-Force moment, that was awesome. That's all the female Avengers, if you want to look that up. And they just all like got together, banded together. They took this thing for Peter Parker. Yeah. That was awesome. Instant kill was activated.
Oh, instant kill was so funny. He started like just spiking one shot kills everywhere.
Yeah, everything. Instant kill activated.
Instant kill activated. See Black Panther running with it. He was wrecking people.
Yeah.
He was like a running back, which was martial arts and people like that.
It was crazy.
Who else?
No, when they shot
Pepper Potts.
Oh,
Iron Man back to back. When they were back to back, that seems like
shit. But then the greatest moment of this movie, when they were getting fired, Thanos is about to get. Wanda walks up to him and says, "You don't know me." He's like, "I don't even know you. You're going to know me." And she starts ripping him apart. And he's like, drop the bombs!
Yes.
What? Sire!
Firebomb or something?
Firebomb! He's like, Sire, our troops...
Rainfire
now! And he's just blowing up everything. Yes. And then all of a sudden, they stop firebombing.
Yeah, the cannons start shooting.
What's going on? Friday, what's going on? There's something entering our atmosphere. I thought it was going to be Hyperon. That's the guy saying is Superman. Okay. But anyway. This big fucking meteor guy. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. She's going through Thanos' ship, just wrecking shit.
Wrecked it. Like
oh my god.
Like, we don't need that anymore.
We don't need that. We don't play, man. And she was so ready to fight Thanos, man.
Yes. Well, I love her scene where it gives you like the exact mirror to Cap's scene in Infinity War where he's trying to rip Thanos is like the gauntlet off, and then she's doing it, and Thanos is like worried, like, she's actually doing this.
Oh shit!
And then he headbutts her.
He headbutts her. He's like, I ate that shit.
Like didn't even
flinch, you know. And then one of the great scenes, man, when she got bitch slapped. Because I was like, okay, listen. I'm not a hater on that character, but I wanted to see her get wrecked at least once. Because she needs to know how she's strong.
She's so strong.
He tried the Power Stone. Boom! You didn't see her for the rest of the movie. No. She was out, bro.
That's true.
Knocked her out, man. She was and then the only person left, Captain America jumps on him. He picks up Captain America, slams him, just knocks him out. Thor gets on him, knocks his ass out too. Then Iron Man's the only one left. And Doctor Strange goes up to him and goes, what? He's like, oh no. So he goes up, grabs him. He's fighting. He bitch slaps Tony Stark. And so he's like, and then he's like, oh shit, he's gonna snap again. No. Pulls up. Huh? What happened? Tony Stark looks at him and goes, he should have did this. That's how it should have been. It should have been this. But it was more like, oh, hold on, I need to get the camera. You can't see me. Or something like that.
So that's what he did. He does the I am inevitable and snaps, right?
Yeah, I am inevitable. And he snaps and nothing happens. And then he goes, I am Iron Man. And you see the Infinity Stones crawl up. He snaps, man. Yes. And okay, this is one problem I have with this movie. How the hell is he putting that Infinity Gauntlet? And Hulk was like, shit! And then Tony was like, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm Iron Man, and he just snaps.
I think he just accepted
the death
at that point.
Well, also I think Hulk was also trying to do too much because he was trying to bring back Nat. He's doing all this stuff, but he snapped his fingers. Thanos' troop starts disappearing, and you get that scene of just Tony Stark falls backwards, and he's just deteriorating.
Peter Parker.
First person walks up is Rhodey. Rhodey doesn't say anything. He's just like, my friend. Damn it. And it's Peter Parker. Mr. Stark, Daddy. And I was like, oh. And then what happened in the theater? A girl was like crying.
Oh my god. This woman in my theater lost her mind when Tony Stark died. Ruined the moment, I feel like, for everybody else in the theater because she was obnoxiously sobbing and weeping at a volume that is just unacceptable. Ran to the back of the theater and then collapsed to the ground.
Did you just get the article I sent you? The girl. She went
That lady. No, that was from a different. That was from I think, North Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like multiple people had this damn reaction. Like people need to chill that. Like
breakdowns.
We all love Tony Stark. It wasn't a personal relationship he had with you. Chill out.
Chill, relax.
Jesus. But
the movie that we were in, we were crying.
Yeah. It was crazy.
And Pepper Potts. Friday, life signs are failing.
It's critical.
And he's like, and then she just did the best scene. She was just like, I know I said a lot of best scenes, but this was legit the best one. I love so many best scenes, but this was like one of the best heartfelt moments. She was just like, "Don't worry, you did good. Everybody's fine."
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, that shit fucked me up." I was like, "Oh man." So when Tony Stark dies and his power, and then on top of that, they put the top on the cake. Man, they were just like, the top on the cake. I was just like, suit just powers down.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tony's really dead, and he just dies. And you see Cap and Thor crying. Everybody's upset, and I think they go straight to the funeral, right?
Funeral scene. Yeah. Well, he does like
he's sitting in a chair. He does
talking to his wife.
So technically, he does that whole thing where he transfers himself into AI, but it's just a little callback to what he did in the comic books.
And then
we had the funeral scene that we didn't talk about Nat at all. They didn't really acknowledge her.
They just
she's dead.
She had a little funeral.
Yeah, a little funeral with Scarlet Witch and all that by themselves. But they had this whole pan shot. They had even the kid back from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
No, because I think he's going to be Nova, man. I think his dad was a Nova.
Yeah, nobody
makes sense.
knew who that kid was.
Yeah, everybody knew who the kid was. Anyway, but he signed up for 5 movies.
90% of the people who sat in that theater were like, "Who the fuck is that kid?"
Yeah, who the fuck is that kid?
I know everybody
else. So he was in there. Everybody was there. Everybody showed up. It was a sad scene. Happy was like, "I'll buy you all the hamburgers for his daughter," and then you have everybody just standing there crying. Peter Parker getting grabbed by Aunt May, so hot by the way. She is so hot. Miss Melissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Jesus, still hot. But that was the music was perfect. The sadness was perfect. You even have Vision and Nat were mentioned because they're kind of were just like, oh yeah, they died, whatever. Then we have, I think it jumps to Thor going to Asgard, and he's giving he gives what's her name, Valkyrie. He's like, hey, listen, you're the new queen of Asgard. I'm joining the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
And then they became the Asgardians of the Galaxy because he's like, oh yeah, you're Lita.
That whole scene was
man, it's like
hilarious.
I think James Gunn had to film that scene.
I wouldn't be shocked. He definitely wrote it.
Drax looked darker than he usually is, right? They made him more silvery.
Yeah, something was different about his color.
Coloring, yeah. Man is like, yes, he's nice.
Drax like, maybe you should use knives. He's like, yes, nice, use knives.
He's nice. They're definitely gonna get together. They need to.
Drax and
Mantis, the bug.
Possible.
And then we cut to Cap, Falcon, and Bucky. They're gonna return the stones. Well, Cap's gonna return stones, and Hulk is helping him. They built a little mini time thing, which is cool. And Cap is like, all right, Bucky, stay whatever. He does this little stupid thing, and he jumps in the thing. He's like, remember, you got to drop everything off and come right back. And then they don't know about the time machine, so they're like, how long do we have to wait for it to come back? For us, it's going to be like 5 seconds. For him, it's going to be as long as he can and wants to. They send him back to the future, back to the past, back to the future. And they went back to send him back, and no Cap. What happened? Everybody's worried. What's going on? And then Bucky's like, look over there. There's an old man sitting on the bench. And another scene that fucked my life up. And you could take it from that, because you can. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit. So, from what's your perspective of that? How did you?
I mean, I thought it was good. I couldn't tell. Like when we first saw him, I was like, it looked like Cap, but it was like I couldn't tell if he was like younger or older. And then when obviously
old man Cap.
Sam walks over, you see him, and he's like. I was trying to figure out. Was that Chris Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans.
It was Chris Evans.
Motion
right?
capture.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He looked so good.
So good. It was like looked completely natural.
Yeah.
That was a great scene between Sam and him. Obviously leading into the TV show that we're gonna have with the two of them.
That's another timeline thing. Yeah. So we come to find out that him and Peggy.
Him and Peggy lived their life, and
so that's another timeline.
Ever after. And Yeah, I don't. I mean,
So Peggy died, and basically he was like, "All right, I'm going to return when my Ant-Man suit returns back to the present, and he's going to live his life with the Avengers, but just as a retired Avenger.
Yeah.
You know, he got to live his 50 years.
Yeah,
with
that's
Peggy.
what I was wondering. Was like, did he go through that timeline until she died, and then use his pin particles to get back?
Yeah, so basically, he gives Anthony Mackie the shield, blah blah blah. He's a new Captain America, right? So let's fast forward to this. Let's go to talk about this. So to explain to you the timeline situation now, guys. So Marvel has a Disney service streaming coming out. They have the Loki show coming out. They have the What If show. So those two right there are the main things from this movie you're gonna get. So Loki disappeared. So Loki disappeared so that's a new timeline. Mm-hmm. That show is going to be based off that timeline. Captain America stayed with Peggy. That's another timeline. So it's not affecting. So just to explain to everybody. Oh, I got to take my glasses off real quick. Just explain to everybody. These timeline things are different timelines. It's not affecting the current one we're in. So Cap staying with Peggy doesn't mean. So I thought he hooked up with his granddaughter, Sharon Carter, but it really wasn't. It was him going to another timeline where she never met her husband. Yeah. So she stayed with Cap. So that's one timeline. Another timeline is Thanos is dead in one timeline. There's no Thanos in that timeline. So the Avengers never met Thanos. Mm-hmm. That's another timeline. This movie branches off to 3 timelines. Now you have Bucky. You have Cap in our time because whatever. You have Loki in another time because he has a Tesseract. He never went back to Asgard, so that's another timeline. So I think their what if stories are going to be based off of this. Based off of the Avengers. What if the Avengers never captured Loki? Yeah. What if the Avengers never met Thanos? What if Cap stayed in the past? Mm-hmm. They're gonna have all that stuff. So Disney is so smart with their marketing, man.
So they're geniuses.
They're geniuses, seriously. And I was trying to explain this to people, but this is the best way I'm going to do it. I'll make this a separate video. I'll cut it. But just to explain to everybody, there's 3 timelines. There's 4 timelines. There's the main. Yep. There's the Loki. There's the Cap with Peggy, and there's one with no Thanos.
Yes.
So that's everything right there. Because Cap fixed all the other timelines. So he brought all the stones back. So all those other mistakes was fixed. Mm-hmm. Just him, he spread his own timeline because he's not selfish. And I think, you know what, it made me feel a little emotional because I was just like, man, you know, he did so much for everybody else. He sacrificed so much, and he finally got his due. He wanted to take some peace for himself. Peace for himself. And you know, I think that was a great ending for Cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they could always bring him back. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, but what did you think of that? Everything I just explained to you, does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes a lot of sense.
Was that all the questions you were about to ask? Like, what you were confused about?
No, we cleared that up, but I don't have any. That all makes sense to me.
So, what do you think about this whole thing? What do you think going forward? What's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm excited. I know as soon Marvel's gonna be announcing all the stuff they've been holding up because you know they've been working on these new movies. So you know they're gonna be announcing any day now. You know, maybe not till Comic-Con. Maybe they'll hold on to Comic-Con.
This is not the end of Phase 4. Phase 3, by the way. Spider-Man is.
Spider-Man
Homecoming is the end of Phase 3. They said
really?
There's legit end. So you know how comic books do they do the final issue and then they do an epilogue.
Yeah.
So I think Spider-Man's gonna be the epilogue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So I guess everything's gonna get announced after Spider-Man or during Spider-Man. You think?
When's Comic-Con?
Comic-Con's this year, June.
In June. So that's before Spider-Man. I think so.
No. Yeah, before Spider-Man, they're gonna be promoting it.
San Diego Comic-Con, obviously, what we're talking about. I think they'll announce a Comic-Con because it doesn't. It's not going to affect Spider-Man like the way it would have affected this movie.
I actually have a list. Read off it real quick too.
So I think Comic-Con. They'll announce what's going on next phase.
Well, the movies they have planned, I have it right here. Real quick, we can go over that because it's like the end of this talk. All right, so this is not confirmed, but this is what everybody thinks it's going to be. So Phase 4 is going to be Black Widow, Eternals, The Inhumans, which I don't think it's going to be. But Doctor Strange called Baron Mordo, Shang-Chi, Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Ant-Man 3, Captain Marvel 2, The Silver Surfer, Nova, Power Pack, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man Secret Wars, and Dark Avengers.
Jesus.
Which I think...
Interesting.
I think that's going to happen because you got to think about it. Villains come back, they're like, oh man, all this stuff happened. We need to make our own thing to stop whatever. And you got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, what's going to be awesome to wrap everything up. Yep. But I think they're going to... bringing Thor to the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, you got to make a couple more movies, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's gonna be straight up comedy.
Oh yeah, it's straight up comedy.
They're too good. And they all have great chemistry. So I can't wait for Guardians 3.
So Black Widow is gonna be in the past, right? Right. So
I hope so.
So they have a bunch of past movies. So it's gonna be Black Widow in the past. Eternals is definitely gonna be in the past. That's about Thanos' life. Well, Thanos is getting bored. Yeah, because it's gonna be the Eternals are people that Thanos came from. That's where he was born from. So they're thinking like the third one, they'll have Thanos be born.
Gotcha.
Because Thanos' brother is going to be in the movie. He's called Silver Fox? Silver Fox? No, Star Fox.
Star Fox. Yeah.
And then you have the Inhumans, which I don't think that's happening anymore.
Star Fox.
Then I don't think the Humans. I don't think Inhumans is happening. Doctor Strange, you definitely need to do something good right here. He's super strong, man. Nobody really talks about how strong he was in this movie. He stopped a freaking the water from entering the Avengers facility. He killed like 20 people with one attack. With one of that spirit thing. He sent them all to hell, I think. It looked like it. Black Panther 2. That's going to be a good movie. Ant-Man 3, I don't know where they're going to go with that. Captain Marvel 2, obviously, I think it's going to be her in space. Saving other planets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Silver Surfer, that you definitely need that if you're going to do a Fantastic Four
movie. You think we got a Guardians Captain Marvel crossover?
Yeah, I think so. I think she'll make a cameo.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Power Pack, about the kids being experimented on and becoming superheroes. I don't know what they're going to do.
That one I never heard of.
Spider-Man Secret Wars, which is kind of stupid. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do 2 Spider movies in one phase. Right? They would.
They would. Iron Man 1 and 2 were in the same phase.
Were they?
Yeah.
And Dark Avengers. We do need some new villains. I mean, Suicide Squad's coming out too, and that's directed by James Gunn.
Yeah, but that's DC.
I'm saying you need something to compete with that because if you're gonna have better villains, because DC does better villains than Marvel, unfortunately, and then as of right now, but Thanos is an exception.
I feel like if they do some kind of new Avengers with Spider-Man and like the younger, like Cassie Lang and all that, I feel like they could use a lot of Spider-Man villains in that.
Think so?
To go against the new Avengers, because I feel like the new Avengers, like none of them are like Thor or Captain Marvel or like just OP people. They're mostly.
Well, I think I think they're going to do the Sinister Six. So how are you going to do that, right?
Yeah, but that's Sony mostly, right?
No, they have to do.
Is it going to be joined?
It's going to be joined.
Because Venom is part of Sinister Six.
No, he's not.
Nope.
He's never been part of that team. Well, maybe once, but he's not a mainstay.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so what did you think of this movie, man? Awesome. Best movie
10
of all
out of
time?
10. My favorite Marvel movie.
Oh yeah. What's your top 5 now?
I'm gonna give you my top 10 right now.
Okay, top 10.
Number 10 is Black Panther.
Okay.
9, Captain Marvel.
Okay.
8, Spider-Man: Homecoming. 7, Thor: Ragnarok. 6, Iron Man. The first one. 5 is Winter Soldier. 4 is Guardians, the first one. 3 is Infinity War. 2, Civil War. And Endgame is number 1.
For me, number 10 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Number 9 is Black Panther.
Uh-huh.
Number 8 is Iron Man. Number 7 is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Captain America.
The first one?
First one.
Oh, no.
I like that movie.
It's number 16 for me.
6. Number 5 is Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Civil War.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Number 3 is Infinity War. Number 2 is Avengers 1.
Oh, no.
And number 1 is definitely Endgame now.
I'm going to talk about this list later.
That's what I'm getting at right now. That's my top 10.
Okay.
I'm going my watchability with those movies. Like I can watch every Captain America over and over again. I love Chris Evans, man.
Yeah, his movies. That's why I have Civil War. I have Civil War. I think Civil War and Winter Soldier are everybody's top 5.
Oh yeah, Winter Soldier's. Honestly, Winter Soldier was my number 1 for a long time.
Winter Soldier was awesome. Well, Winter Soldier, literally the last. Well, Guardians is just a personal. I love the first Guardians.
Was so awesome.
And then literally the only
soundtrack.
The only ones I have ahead of Winter Soldier are Infinity War, Endgame, and Civil War. Like those 3 movies.
The first Avengers movie, man, was awesome.
It was. How
many times have you watched that movie?
Not that many times.
Really?
I've
watched it like 30 times in my life. Definitely, maybe even more.
That's why I was actually thinking about when we were talking. I haven't seen. That's not the one I've seen the least, but it's not one of the ones I just rewatch all the time. I could rewatch Civil War all the time. The Iron Man. I think Iron Man's probably the one I've seen the most.
Iron Man.
Well, Guardians I've seen the most.
Iron Man's always on TV.
Iron Man I see all the time. Yeah, but I'll watch it on everything. Yeah. Iron Man. I think the 2 I've seen the most are probably Iron Man and Guardians.
I hate Iron Man 2. And I hate Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 2.
Actually, 3 was pretty good. I just watched it the other day. It was better than 2.
2 and 3 are my bottom 4.
Yeah.
With Thor, The Dark World, and Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron had his moments.
The thing with Ultron, it wasn't even that bad. It was such a letdown.
Yeah, because they really
built up Ultron so good, and he was good. He was a great villain. They just gave him nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Yeah, it was kind of irrelevant. They got to bring back Ultron. They could always bring him back. But Tony Stark is dead, so it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jesus, we've been talking for a long time.
Let's close this out because we are.
Guys, let us know.
2.5 hours.
Sorry, guys, let us know. Well, this podcast is going to be 2.5 hours, but I'm going to break it up.
Yeah, I'm going to break it up for you guys.
So, guys, just let us know what you think. Let's comment down below. Let us know your top 10.
Any Game of Thrones questions?
Game of Thrones questions. We'll answer the next ones.
Any anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the next thing. Even if you have bad comments, let us know how shitty we do. It's fine. We like that. Sure. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us. Not Instagram yet, but follow us on Facebook.
Yeah,
we're going to do Twitter.
Instagram going.
We got to do Twitter, and we got to get Twitter going, too. Twitter fingers.
You can do Twitter. I'll do Instagram.
Okay, fine.
I hate Twitter.
You do the Instagram. I'll do Twitter. All right, guys. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Later.